It's the National Football League on EA Sports, where we'll see which conference reigns supreme today. It's the Philadelphia Eagles and the Kansas City Chiefs on Monday night.
From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Straight ahead, a rematch from Super Bowl 57, as it'll be the defending NFC champions, the Philadelphia Eagles, taking on the defending Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and CD, you and I, we always enjoy our visits to Kansas City. These fans, among the best in football, and they should be a happy bunch too. Their guys are defending Super Bowl champions.
And the reason that they are is because the offense and the defense, they complement each other so well. Offense gets off the fast starts, allows the defense to just rush the passer, which is a strength of what they do. That and good barbecue, Kansas City, big-time favorites.
Well, meanwhile, for the Eagles, the big question, how would they improve their squad in 2023 and make another run at a Super Bowl title? Well, they took a few hits in free agency, but by most accounts, really hit a home run during April's draft. You were there. What did you make of it?
It was almost a night beyond their wildest dreams. Perhaps the best player in the draft somehow fell to 9, where the Eagles traded up to get it. And a terrific pass rusher they got at 30. Wonderful draft, extra pieces for a Super Bowl contender.
They go with a former Lion. It's DeAndre Swift. Oh, he sheds himself free. There he goes, right side. How about this? DeAndre Swift. Touchdown, Philadelphia. DeAndre Swift, 83 yards. And the Eagles are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City.
Well, they said they wanted to have some explosive runs. How about that one to start the game?
And I would say on the defensive sideline, there's a lot to answer for. Because you spend all week saying, stop the run. I don't care who you're playing. You don't want to get run over. You don't want to get run past. And they got both. Over-committing in the secondary, and he just went stepping past them and is still running, essentially.
One play, and he hits pay dirt. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Chiefs offense now ready to go to work for the first time, led by Patrick Mahomes, the 2018 NFL Most Valuable Player.
And the tendency for most of these guys is to want to match things right away because they have a lot of confidence in their talent too. They just saw a big strike against their team, and you know they're thinking to themselves, I can get this back right now on one play. Well, if it's there, you take it. But otherwise, just go ahead and calm your team down. Run the offense, get things going, and see how things settle in.
Mahomes' throw caught by Gray.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
They'll swing this out to Tony. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Open man right side is Rice. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
Here's 3rd and 9. To throw, it's Mahomes. He's got his target. That's complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 37. A gain of 22. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Throwing now is Mahomes. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. That sack courtesy of the effort of Hassan Reddick.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
Yeah, it's still early in the game. No sense taking a chance on 3rd down and forcing one into traffic. So I like the wise play he made there. Get it to the sideline out of bounds where no one's going to have a chance at it.
On 4th down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City. Britton Covey deep for Philadelphia. And this will be out of bounds at the 1 here, the 12-yard line. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They could put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
Now the 3rd-year man, here's Kenneth Gainwell. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Only 3 yards on the pickup. They'll be left staring at a 3rd and 14.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Throwing is Hurts. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage into decided to test him early, but they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
The Eagles send out their punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. On the return, it's Tony. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. That is incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Here's 2nd and 10. They run with a second-year man, Isaiah Pacheco. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long, because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter from KC. It's the Chiefs in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. On play action, it's Mahomes. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Well, Fletcher Cox, he's been doing this for a lot of years, and another sack to his ledger there.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Mahomes to throw. That ball caught. It's Rice. A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
They'll try for the first with Pacheco. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It's a 1st down following a gain of 3.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done. And they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Eagles are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw something away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
Philadelphia's offense ready to go again. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 90 yards for him on the ground so far tonight, as he has been terrific in this first half. Now 2nd and 3. Once again, it's Swift. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium, because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down. Now we'll get a stoppage here, as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC. Second and 7. From the gun, it's Hurts. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 24-yard line. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
I can't be sure how much of that was planned pre-snap, but it certainly opens up some avenues for their offense. And if he can stay a threat to break off those kind of runs, it'll pull defenders away from coverage and open up some choice throwing lanes for him moving forward.
Two minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. He'll find Swift out of the backfield. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss on 2nd and goal. Well, they tried to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
The quick slant caught. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. It'll be Hurts on the option. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Eagles will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half. And that'll give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Elliott on for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Chiefs going to go back on offense here late in this first half. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
And he is out of bounds right around the 34. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. 2nd down and 4. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And his pass incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. And again, it's Mahomes. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he will have a Chiefs first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Tony. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. They go play fake. Mahomes. That's complete. It's Travis Kelce. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Mahomes now on first down. No hesitations, they go right back to Kelce. That is brought down. Remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Marquez Valdez-Scantling in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. We watched a solid performance out of running back DeAndre Swift. He's already over 100 yards rushing for the game and has a touchdown run as well. The final adjustments taking place here for both of these squads. They're about ready for the second half in Kansas City. And for the call, we rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And bring this out to the 25. No return there for Hardman. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Those are the type of runs that we did not see from him in the first half, but a good start to the third quarter.
And I know what everyone's thinking that's watching this. They did a great job adjusting at the half. Oftentimes you don't make adjustments. You just dial into your game plan a little bit better, and maybe they're starting to make some headway.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw taken in by Valdez-Scantling.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On second down, here's Mahomes.
And that'll be caught by Tony.
2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
That's good for Kansas City Chiefs. First down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Mahomes now to throw.
Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be second down. They go play action. Now Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. To throw, it's Mahomes. He's got his target. That's complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 25-yard line. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. That one definitely helps as they try to push the ball down the field here, trailing early in the third quarter.
And even though they're trailing, not abandoning the running game. People may call it an adjustment. I think it's just much more sticking to what works for you and continuing to have faith in it, and the running game is starting to pay off.
Now here's Mahomes. That is caught by Rice for a Chiefs touchdown. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass, and the Chiefs are an extra point away from evening this one up. Well, that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open in the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
Butker now to add the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective, because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. There he goes, left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 128 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Well, partner, I have to say they caught him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 35, here's 2nd down and 8. They'll stay on the ground with Swift.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try and run here with Swift. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll try it now with Swift. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. And you wonder, Charles, could that decision come back to haunt them later?
And it really could, because in this situation, you kick the field goal in a tight game like this, that's a good play.
Yeah.
But maybe what he's saying to himself is, I'm just not a big proponent of the old idea that any possession that ends in a kick, I'm happy with. He wanted to be really aggressive.
A little twist here in the 3rd quarter. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking for Tony on the out route, and he's got him. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Mahomes to throw. Throw complete to Bell. He's across midfield. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. A good pick up there, 20 yards.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now Mahomes. They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. On play action, it's Mahomes. Going across the middle, and Valdez-Scantling has it. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. This is caught.
And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Kadarius Toney, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs have broken our tie and have taken a fourth-quarter lead. So what a comeback here. They looked like they might be down and out not too long ago, but they have rallied back to take a fourth-quarter lead.
And I think we've got to give them nothing but credit for figuring things out on the fly, because mentally they were on the ropes ready to go, and they hung in there. They made some changes and adjustments, and that led to some big plays, and it turned this game on its ear.
Butker on for the PAT. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it's Kadarius Toney who caps things with a touchdown reception. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it to 26. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. And they need their best drive of the game right here. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. 2nd and 10. Hurts. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Here's Hurts to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
They will run straight ahead with Swift. And some room to run now. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 148 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
On 1st down, Hurts being chased out left. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest game we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he's got a first down there after a gain of about 12 as the clock will stop right now for the 2-minute warning. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. This is 1st and 10. Throwing is Hurts. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end Goddard. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
Back to the running game with Swift. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Here's first and goal. He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
On any first and goal, the real estate to work with for the offense is really cut down, and the defense knows it. So they often bring heat and pressure, which they did on this play. Got him down for a loss. Not a big one, but any loss of yardage in this position.
And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
Jalen Hurts with another touchdown rushing. 13 touchdowns, led all quarterbacks last year on the ground. No one else had more than 8. And, of course, we all remember the 3-touchdown game in the Super Bowl. So called running plays or scrambles, Jalen Hurts is dangerous.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And the touchdown and PAT mean we are tied here in the final minute of play.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as it kicks away here. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll start things out at the 25. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Just over 30 seconds remain. Here's 2nd and 10 now. Here's Mahomes. Finding Kelsey. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. They'll come to the line now on a 3rd and 6. Pacheco gets it up the gut. Oh, he'll wind up losing yardage on the play. You cannot have that. And also, 4th down now.
It's 4th down.
Here's the Chiefs punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fielded at about the 28. A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Here's 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Steps away to his left. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when we decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
Here comes 2nd down.
They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about the defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Looking downfield for Jones. And he fires one incomplete. And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
So it's the Eagles who get the first chance to go down and find a winner as they'll get it here, and we are back underway. Scott on the return out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their own 19-yard line.
They'll start on the ground with Swift.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Short gain there to start overtime.
Almost a tester play, wasn't it? Wanted to see if the guys on defense were going to fit the gaps the correct way, because we're in overtime. So it's not just physical tiredness out there, right? Mentally, are you still doing what you're supposed to do? And they were up to the task on that play.
And certainly fatigue on both sides of the football.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
197 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory.
They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Swift going to try up the middle.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A big pickup of 38. He had his eyes on the end zone once he hit the secondary, but they're finally able to slow him down.
Yeah, and I've got to look at this one from the defensive point of view. You just mentioned finally able to slow him down. They've got to figure out a way to make that at the point of attack, at the line of scrimmage, because once he gets through, he's shredding them.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10.
Here's Swift.
And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on 1st and goal.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Swift not going anywhere. He'll lose a couple back to the 6. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
Now a first throw here in overtime. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Chris Jones, his 2nd sack of the night.
And we all know how talented this guy is, who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
The kick by Elliott is good, and they have regained the lead. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
So only a field goal on that opening drive of overtime. Will that hold up? We'll find out as the kick's away. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. KC's offense ready to take over. Well, it's pretty simple now. They need a field goal out of this drive to extend overtime, or obviously, Charles, a touchdown to win it.
Yeah, and I'm taking the defense's perspective on this one, partner, because now they know with a 3-point lead, they can afford to give that up because you just keep playing, right? The overtime gets extended. But if you give up the touchdown, it's game over. So on offense, every play you make, you've got to try and get just a little bit more out of each one in order to try and get to the end zone because they're going to play everyone back, keep everything in front.
Now a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Mahomes to MVS there for the Kansas City first.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
That last pass puts him over 300 yards now in the game. More importantly, though, big first down here at OT.
And the team around him has a lot of confidence now after picking up that first down. Everyone seems a little more energized. But did I hear you before the game call in and say, this is my quarterback for your fantasy league? Because he just gave you a good stat, didn't he?
He did, and I appreciate it. Mahomes throw taken in by Valdez-Scantling. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
Mahomes. Quick slant to Valdez-Scantling. So a little chunk there on first as they try to chip away down 3 in overtime.
I like your description. Chip away, down 3. You don't have to get it all in one big play, although obviously that would be nice. But there's no need to have that type of risk associated with it. Run your offense, get first downs, get yourself in a position where you know you're going to at least get 3 and keep this game going. You get 6, so much the better.
He's padding his already great numbers here in overtime. More importantly, though, moving his guys downfield.
And I think that's exactly what's going through his head right now. Moving them downfield, putting them in a position to win the game. The stats, that's for the fantasy guys. I know they're enjoying that show.
Mahomes. And that incompletion breaks a string of 5 straight connections. And it's 2nd down. Once that ball was popped in the air, you could almost hear the silence, the collective breath being held here in the stadium.
Let's be honest about it. We both came out of our chairs, didn't we? All right, anytime you see the ball in the air like that, there is that collective rise, the crowd holding its breath, and
he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Zach Cunningham rolling in to get the sack.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. Second and manageable became third and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
Gonna need better protection here. Third and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Now a toss left for Pacheco. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
He was brought down by Josh Sweat. A 4-yard gain. It's fourth down. Harrison Butler for the Chiefs field goal. A 40-yard attempt.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to potentially keep this game alive at OT. And he got it. It's good. They answer with a field goal of their own to send this game into sudden death. Well, this one certainly has not lacked for intrigue. Let's keep playing. What do you say?
Fine by me. I'm loving what we're seeing here. This is a heck of a game. And now, guess what? A kicker may decide it again, and the next one that does it wins it.
And he returns this to the 22. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. I cannot imagine how these players and coaches feel, Charles, because my palms sweating up here in the booth now as we go to the third drive of overtime. And as we know, from here on out, any points win this football game.
I'll throw you a towel as well, partner. I've got one for myself, but let's face it, our nerves, our pressure, nothing compared to what's going on that field. Both of the field goal kickers active here early. Can one of them become the hero and end this thing?
And he'll be taken down right around the 27. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And partner, I've not been a huge fan of a certain cliche, but it does actually apply here. Who actually wants it more now? I mean, both of them have gotten field goals here in overtime.
Yeah, they've been out there a long time trading field goals. Now we'll see who wants it more.
Yeah, mental conditioning as well as physical conditioning is going to determine who wins this one.
And he'll get a couple up to the 29. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
3rd and 3. From the gun, here's Swift. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's a handoff to Swift. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved up the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
2nd down and 8. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Chris Jones in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long. Now back to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
Just straight money right there. The biggest drive of the game, a chance to win it in overtime. If they've been saving that play, They sure pulled it out at the right time. A huge turn of events there.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They run out of the gun with Swift. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, "I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along."
First down, and they go with Swift again. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21. They've had some success here in overtime on this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there and available to them.
And the defense is going to let him think about it a little as they use their second timeout here. Right now, everything resting on the right foot of Jake Elliott. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good. And they have won it here in double overtime. And for the visitors, it is going to be a happy flight home. It is always such a treat, Charles, in the NFL when you can go on the road and get a victory, and that's exactly what they accomplished here today.
Oh, the trip home so much sweeter, isn't it? All the noise they heard before, how tough it is to win on the road, how tough it is to play in this stadium, how hyped up that crowd's going to be. They just used it as fuel, came in full confidence, believed in themselves, and got it done.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say good night from Kansas City.